What is up, everybody? I am cleaning my house right now, so I thought maybe I would do like a clean and catch up with me, you know, because it's been like a month since I vlogged. So yeah, I just thought I would get into that, and I don't know, I guess I can update you on like the last month of like April and like what's all been going on in my life. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so first and foremost, I peep the rings. I am married. I am a Mrs. I guess we'll work backwards in this month. Hold on, I need to start my dishes. Hold on. You are on my paper towels right now. I don't know how this is gonna go. Whatever. Hold on. This is the first step, is laying out my little rag. And then I don't have very many dishes, but hold on. Now that that's all ready, I'll go ahead and like wipe everything down while we work. Okay. So I think I'll start with the wedding because we just got married on Saturday, which was literally 5 days ago. And it was awesome. It went so freaking good, dude. It was so beautiful. Honestly, so the day before was the rehearsal dinner, and we went up to the venue to like practice, right? And when we went up there, it was so windy. Our wedding coordinator, all of her papers were being ripped out of her hands. You couldn't hear a single thing you were saying. Like, it was beyond windy. And I was like, oh gosh. And it was hot. It was so hot. Originally the forecast was going to be 85, and then it ended up being 95, and it was just a mess. And so I was like, oh crap, like Saturday is just going to be really hard, and like, oh my gosh, and everyone's going to be dying, and I'm going to be dying, and like, it's going to be so windy, and like, it's just going to ruin everything. And how are our decorations going to survive? It ended up being very nice. It was a little warm, but overall, it really was not that bad for how terrible it could have turned out. And just based off the lack of wind alone, like, it was not that bad. It was perfect. I mean, let's just like go through the whole day. I mean, honestly, I was pretty chill getting ready, waking up, like all of that. Up until Evan and I like had breakfast together. Like, we did not wait to see each other. We even did a first look. I know myself, and I knew I was going to be too anxious if I waited. And I was going to like freak myself out. So I was like, nope, we're going to have breakfast together. Like, screw traditions. Honestly, we got married on like one of the luckiest days of like ever. So like, considering how it's like bad luck, we balanced it out because we got married on 4/20/24, which is the same forwards and backwards. 2024, which is the same forwards and backwards. It also it's a leap year, so that's like another lucky thing. And then I think like the number 24 is lucky somewhere. I read that. Anyway, it was like a 3-time lucky day. So me having breakfast with my, at the time, fiance, and then doing a first look, like, you know, to me, it wasn't that big of a deal. But hold on. Anyway, overall, I got to the venue. Eden was with me. Eden killed it. She followed me around the entire day. She was the first person there and the last person to leave. And as my friend, she freaking did that. Like, literally, she was only, like, originally, she was just gonna come and do my hair and, like, leave. No, she stayed every 5 minutes. She was like, do you need water? Do you need chapstick? Do you need your gum? Do you need food? Like, what do you need? And was just on it. And I could trust her to like know where all of my stuff was. If I needed my phone, if I needed chapstick, if I needed ibuprofen, if I needed something, she knew where it was. So, she just killed it. And the whole reason the day went as smooth as it did is because of her. So anyway, overall, I was not anxious at all until I got in my dress and I was getting ready to do my first look with my bridesmaids. it got to be a little overwhelming because like we were in a rush and there were just lots of like photos to be done and lots of people asking me questions and all this stuff happening. And then I had my first look with my dad, and then I had my first look with Evan, and like I started to like panic just a little bit because I was getting a little overwhelmed by everyone. My first look with Evan was so much fun. It was so sweet. I had like, it was cute. I had a great time. I was so excited to like not be keeping my dress a secret anymore or having to hide from him. After our first look, we actually got a few minutes to just be together, and I'm so glad that like we had that in our timeline because it was just the two of us, and we just kind of talked about how excited we were to like go down the aisle together and like get married, and he prayed for both of us, which was really sweet just to have that time. And he just kind of helped me like calm down, and that was really great. And then I said goodbye to him and walked out to go walk down the aisle, and that was super fun. Let me tell you, so I walked down with my dad, and I hadn't been outside since they set everything up, okay? So I'm walking, and I told my dad, well, first of all, they put the mirror in the wrong spot, which like wasn't a big deal, but I did point it out. But then we're walking, and I'm like, do you see how good everything looks? Like, you would think we were talking about like sweet things of like, I'll always love you, you're my daughter, I'll always love you, dad, like whatever. No, I was giving myself a pat on the back the whole way down because every single guest wore blue. Every single guest wore blue, tan, a little bit of white. Like, it looked so good. And then the flowers that I made, girl, I will have to put some photos in, like right here. I'll give you a little peek of like the aisle. The few photos I have from our sneak peek, I'll try to include them right here so that you can enjoy them. But anyway, so after that, we went and took photos. We recreated our prom photos, and that was really fun. I was really hot, so that was a little rough because I was kind of rushing things, and luckily we still got beautiful photos, but I really wish that I hadn't been so like hot and just tired and overwhelmed because I would have really enjoyed to take more photos. But we still had a really good time. When we got back to the venue before our first dance, I actually had an outfit change. It was not intentional. I really wanted to wear my wedding dress the whole day, but I was just too hot. So I did an outfit change, and I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did. The photos from that turned out so good, and they're so cute, and like we had so much fun. We played the newlywed game, and then we also did like a photo race where we played a song, and then all the guests got to run up and take photos with us, and it was hilarious. The photos we got from that, it was awesome. I was so happy with that. And then the rest of the night, we kind of just danced the night away. Evan and I actually ended up going home early. I told the vendors, I was like, we're gonna leave, so get ready for our send-off, because we literally left like 40 minutes early, and because we were just so freaking tired too. So we ended up like, you know, coming home, and we had dinner, and we opened up all our cards, and like that was so much fun, and we had a little recap of the day, and like it was just awesome. So anyway, I need to finish these dishes, and then I'll continue my recap. Okay, before I move on from the wedding, my few suggestions to brides is, one, we did the cute little like sunglasses with our wedding date on it, and we took, well, granted, we only had 60 guests, but we took a photo of every person in it, and Natalie freaking did that. Natalie was on it, and she freaking killed it. She got our bartenders, she got our videographer. It was hilarious. And she put it all together in one big photo, and if it looks good, I'll attach it, because it turned out so good. And I'm so happy because that means that we got every single person. We got a photo of every single person, and I just love that because Evan's grandma was there, and my grandparents were there, and like that is just, it was an individual photo of them, and like each person had their own personality shining through, and I loved that. Another thing I loved that we did was the photo race. That was so much fun. I have no clue what the results are of like from our photographer or our videographer, but everyone was talking about it the whole night, saying how much fun it was, especially because we had an unplugged ceremony. So I think it just made things a million times better. And then what was my other suggestion? Oh, definitely take a few minutes if you do a first look before the ceremony just to spend time together. I am so glad that we ended up doing that. A big thing for me was Evan and I did a last dance, and one thing we did was like halfway through our last dance, we just turned and we just like looked out at the venue and just where we were and like took in those last few minutes together, and it was so nice. I was very intentional of like stopping and just saying, look where we are. Look at what we're doing. Look who's here. And like during the ceremony, I like looked out at everyone. I looked at him. I looked at our officiant. I looked out at the view that we had for our venue. And I just took in as much as I possibly could. And I'm so glad I did that because, you know, everyone says it goes by so fast. It goes by so fast. And there's so much that you miss because you're the bride, you're the main person, so you're the one that's in everything. And so even though you get to be a part of the entire wedding, you end up missing so many of those hidden moments that you would usually be a part of. Like if you were a guest or a bridesmaid or something like that. And so just being intentional to like take a breath and really like look out over everything, I am so glad I did that. Another big thing, this is my last big thing that I'm gonna highlight. We did a wedding scent. I had a wedding scent. And I am so glad that I did that because just the other day I opened it because I was putting everything away, and I opened it and I smelled it, and immediately I was like, my very first flash was me and Evan sitting in the room before our ceremony, him squeezing my arms because he does that when I'm feeling anxious, and praying over us. And that was the memory that the scent was tied to. And I didn't realize that the whole day that scent was following me around. I mean, that makes sense, but I didn't realize that it just enveloped everything that we were doing. And so now like I can just picture each moment with that scent surrounding us, and it just made me so happy. And the whole reason I chose the scent is because it reminded me of the smell of our condo when we stayed in Hawaii. And like that's where we got engaged. So like that took me back to Hawaii, which took me back to us being engaged, which then it takes me back to our wedding, and like it just was great. So those are my suggestions if you are getting married and you're like, what should I include? What should I not include? Those were like, was that 4 things that were like really important to me. And I'm so happy that I did. Okay, sorry about that one, y'all. My SD card got full. But, okay, now that I'm done with that, I just need to like unpack these bags. Here are my little wedding shoes, Amazon, super cute. They were actually pretty comfy. What else do I have? All my shorts. I have some laundry I'm gonna have to do. My cute little snail headband. I love this thing. I'm just like trying to pull, what's in here? Do you think? Nope. I lost my second studs, and like I don't mind wearing these ones, but I don't know. Anyway, the ear stack on Saturday was so cute. Look at my little dangly piece. I'm so obsessed. I don't know if you could see it, but I'm obsessed either way. That, and then let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my little earrings are just, they're gone. So that's fine. I love wearing these ones. It's just that they don't go well with anything for my first hole. So an entire thing of goldfish that nobody ate. Cool. Oh, the mic to my camera. Cool. Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. Curling iron, portable charger. Wait, look guys. Ooh, let's talk about my wedding scent. This is my wedding scent. It is called Muse by Riddle. And I was on a wait list for like 3 months waiting to get it. Ah, that makes me so happy. I love it. It's just for anniversaries. So now I only wear it on anniversaries. Ooh, are you curious to know what my wifey scent is? Let me show you. I have what I call a wifey scent, and it's what I've been waiting to wear until I got married. It's just Bath & Body Works, but it's At the Beach. It's a very beachy, like sunscreen, coconut, beach water, all of my favorite things mixed into a perfume. And that's what I've been wearing as a wife. I told Evan, like, I want our shower to smell like it. I want my side of the bed to smell like it. I want it to be something that, like, you recognize as my scent, you know? So anyway, because I've never had, like, a staple scent, I kind of just go back and forth, but I finally settled on that. So I was really happy about that. This is the first week of being married. We've been married for 5 days, and it's going great. I love it. It's so much fun because, like, somehow I miss him more now that I see him more. And, like, I don't really know how that works, but it's just true. Like, I love it. It's so much fun because before, like, we'd go to his house, right? And, like, we'd hang out there, but then we'd have to leave separately. Like, well, he usually wouldn't leave his house. But if we were going to, like, go do something together, then, like, one of us would always end up leaving because they had to go back to their house. Whereas now, like, we go to dinner with his family and we just go home together. And it's so great. So I just need to find a good spot for it. Here are all my sticky bras. Let's give a quick, like, I not sponsored, you know, but this sticky bra, Neater, it was just from Amazon. Let me tell you what, I was, mind you, I told you, it was 95 degrees out at my wedding. 95 degrees out. My wedding dress had 8 layers. Like, it was hot. This bra, Evan hugged me at one point and just sweat. Okay? Get the idea in your mind. It did not budge at all. It didn't slip. It didn't feel like it was gonna slip. It did not move. It literally held a cup of sweat and still stuck. Okay? If you need a sticky bra, this is the sticky bra to buy. Guys, I want to become a wedding planner, so if anyone wants to hire me to try that out, just let me know, because I think I'd be really good at it because I'm, like, very organized, and I feel like I would love, like, doing the research, like having someone be like, I want to DJ, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'd be really good at, like, helping with the DIYs and, like, doing all of that. But, like, I think I would be good, you know, because, like, I killed my wedding, but, like, maybe I wouldn't be good at it, so that's why I kind of just want to try it. So if you want to hire me for your wedding, let me know. I'll get you a discount. These are the eyeshadow palettes I used. Okay, we don't need to talk about that. Look how cute these are. If you guys are interested in, like, where I got everything, let me know. These are from Amazon, and then my, like, super cute, ooh, they're, like, really tiny. My super cute second hoops are from Etsy. And then my flat is from Amazon as well. Is my flat? No, my flat is from Etsy. The bar for my flat is from Amazon because initially I did not order one that was big enough. So, and then my helix is from Amazon. My date is from the piercing store, and my conch is from Amazon. But I can, like, give the direct links if anyone is interested. Anyway, I thought it would be fun to share a few little excerpts from my first few days of being married. Something about Evan and I is that Evan is a super deep sleeper, okay? He can sleep anywhere, anytime, like, dead, okay? And so he has to set 3 alarms every morning to get out of bed. And that is really painful to me as someone who my alarm even thinks about going off and I wake up. I usually wake up before my alarm goes off, like a minute before, because I can't stand the sound of my alarm, okay? So these past 2 days, his alarm has gone off and I let it go for the 3 times. If I hear him snooze it a 4th time, I like push him and I'm like, get up. Like, I'm not dealing with this, because he gets up so freaking early. And so anyway, I was like, before we got married, we were talking about how I'm gonna have to teach him like how to wake up, and like, you know, I'm gonna have to train him to hear his alarms and all of this, right? Mind you, his alarm is set at 1000 volume. Mine is set at -1. Okay, it's very quiet. So really funny story. Was it yesterday? Was the first day that I've had to wake up before him. So my alarm goes off first. And I remember I sat up in bed and I was like, whoa, my alarm, it's been going off for a minute. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, that never happens. I must have been sleeping really hard. So I turn it off. I look over at him. I'm like, is he still asleep? And I'm like, and I like lay my hand on his back, and his heart pounds so fast and so hard at all times. I was like, no wonder this man is always tired. Like, he's not resting, right? But I'm like, okay, good. He's still asleep. All is well. Last night he tells me, oh, well, I got this video of your alarm going off this morning. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, it went off for like 5 minutes. And then I finally decided to grab my phone and take a video of it. And then he has a 12-second video of like just pitch darkness and you can hear my alarm going off. And so I die at that. Like, I'm laughing so hard because I'm like, I thought there was no issue. And so then last night, again, later that night, he says, oh, well, you know, I didn't want you to know that I was recording, so I threw my phone down and pulled the blanket up, and then I knew you were gonna look at me, so I rolled over on my side all slow and pretended to be asleep. And he goes, because you sat up so fast. And I was like, well, it scared me. Like, I didn't know what was happening. And I died because no wonder his heart was racing. I thought he was asleep, and I'm like, dang, this man is stressed, but he's awake trying to pretend he's asleep. Anyway, I don't know if anyone else thought that was funny, but I thought it was hilarious. My camera's about to die, and I feel like I've yapped enough. I don't even know if this is going to be interesting, but hopefully you guys enjoyed catching up with me, and hopefully I actually caught you up. I might have just talked for no reason and with no purpose. But anyway, love you, bye! Y'all, I just want to give the quickest update. It's been 3 days since I filmed that video, and I lost my camera because I had been moving stuff around, so I put it in a box, and I put that box in the throwaway room, like, not throwaway, but like just a room where we're dumping all our junk until we feel like sorting it out. And I lost you guys. I'm so glad you're back. I just found you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, bye.